If you could say something to Tegan and Sara when you started 16 years ago, what would it be? One piece advice or just a heads up? This
most
is coming.
of it is aesthetic because I look back now and I'm like, there were some choices made with clothing and hair that I'm like, we could have got to the place where I think we feel better now, quicker. But mostly, I think I wouldn't want to go back and do every step again. I may want to help expedite things a little bit, but the truth is that everything that we've done in the 16 years has been so important to us, and we've learned so much, and we've built self-confidence in really organic way. I think taking risks is the thing that's made Sara and I the most interesting. We've taken risks not only musically, but just in terms of our career. We didn't take the easy path. We always chose to try something that was a little bit different, and I think it's probably because we grew up in a household where we were encouraged so much, but we just musically wanted to ensure that we were always doing what we wanted. And we didn't do it in a really ridiculous, youthful way. We just said we know we're headstrong, we know we're businesswomen, and we don't want to be pushed in one direction or the other. We want to lead ourselves. So
it's good that you started that way, because there are some artists, that have broken out of it now, but started and were molded for their first
Well, it's so
album.
easy to do it.
Yeah.
Imagine someone comes to you with a list of how to do things. You're going to be like, okay, I trust you.
I will wear that.
We were like, what? That's how we should do it? No, we'll do it the other way. It'll take us twice as long as everybody else, but we'll learn.
That's awesome.
And those things that we learned.
Some people are. The other thing too is that it's so hard because the way information is disseminated, but people think it's so black and white. Like, either you're the kind of artist who's like carrying your guitar on your back and doing it DIY, Fugazi style, or you're like these amazing people above your head, big pop stars. And the truth is that there's so many different ways that people interact with their craft and with their career. Taylor Swift is probably one of the most bossed up ladies I've ever met in my entire life. She's not manufactured. And if there's a manufacturing going on, she's doing it herself. She's making those choices. And one of the big things that we're really focusing on now that we sort of started to transition into pop is making sure that people know that we have agency over our bodies, the way we look, the kind of music we make, the choices that we make.
What are you most nervous about?
I'm not feeling that nervous.
That's good.
I was actually over lunch sitting with the band and talking about the confidence that I feel in, the performance aspect of what we do, and then with just as much experience as we've had in the industry, I just feel like we have a lot to offer. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We have just 16 years of experience at this point. It's hard for me to not feel like, I think if this had happened to us years and years and years ago, I would have felt maybe a little out of our league or insecure somehow. But right now I feel like I'm going to a really fun high school reunion or something. It just feels really good. Let's make things physical. Treat you like you're awesome to be pressures of society and the press and the media and the spotlight, I don't think people really understand how that can sort of disfigure you and make you, not really super centered on who you are. And we've always avoided that, and thank goodness, because I don't.
Well, there's a lot of social media
If Tegan
pressure.
tried to control me, if she was like, you're out of control right now, I'd be like, let me tell you who's out of control. I would never be okay with taking it, So thank goodness we haven't had to have any sort of intervention.
Any talks yet.
No
Not
talks.
yet.
Not yet.
In 16 years, that's pretty good.
It can be very difficult.
Those are gonna be our 40s. Our 40s are gonna be all about the intervention years.
That's a good solid decade.
Yeah, we're real established.
We do have talks though musically.
Yeah.
And we talk about our social media presence. We want it to be positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Internally we have, it sounds crazy to say, but we've literally sat down and said, okay, no talking about other artists unless it's positive, no criticizing movies or television publicly. To us, I feel like there's enough negativity out there. Our music is supposed to console you and to accompany you through life, and we want you to feel good when you listen to our music, and we want you to feel good when you come into contact with us. So we do have conversations. We internally make sure that there's boundaries out there.
Yeah.
If Sara tried to do anything negative, I would be the first person in there with the blanket wrapping around me. No.
Just a tight hug.
We'll see when I change all the passwords to the social media.
Totally. I love you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Have a great performance. Good luck with your 4 nominations.
Thank
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I'm
Thank
so
you
excited
so
for
much.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.